Yeah, and it looks like, what do we make of Agent Select? Because the RRQ is exactly what we expected.
Yeah, I think something that you were saying, so we see no surprises. Something that is very important for the side of RRQ and them getting that victory were the retakes, right? They're lucky enough they can decide to start on that defense. But if we are based on what we just saw on Sunset, how Bilibili was being extra aggressive, how they were being measured in where they had to put the pressure, that round that we were showing, as well as how they were working the map, that could be a problem for RRQ. It's something that Bilibili needs to understand. That for them, it does not start as planting the spike and whatnot. And most importantly, YZ, he's on race. I'm happy.
He's so good at that, Agent. This is going to be a bit slower than the first map of the series for Bilibili, but it's going to give time for Rusha to get things going on these lurks. He's such an excellent player on this role as Viper.
And you don't want your year to end like this, RRQ. They have to win Brandon Sideshow if they want to keep their champ streams alive.
Certainly do. It will be completely disappointing for themselves, I think, to go out in this kind of fashion. They're a team that have had a lot of resilience, honestly. They have this reputation, I think, when they play regionally, Josh, as well, for being this team that can dig deep, do these lower bracket runs. But there's no better time to prove it than right here and right now.
Yeah, they got the reverse sweep in the lower bracket final, comebacks in tons of maps. But they just went limp on Sunset and couldn't figure out how to run their own comp on the attack.
See how this one goes. Looked like it was almost gearing up for a brawl, but slow again is the call for Bilibili.
They were loving those contact plays on the attack side of Sunset, weren't they?
No different here. Leviesto caught out into the open. Overextended, really, just trying to take that raw aim duel. Not expecting there to be that much pushback, but YZ straight over the top now, and the rest of his team can barrel in behind him. Crazy Guy trying to supplement it. A bit of spam into the smokes, and it does get the job done. YZ dropped down, but Neff slipped the net.
And now,
way past.
Yeah, Bilibili just need to pause and let Neff cook right now because they're in a player disadvantage spot. If they lose players here at Blue Room, he's not going to be able to do anything about it.
Rusha overzealous, trying to make something happen. Neff being that insert player, but it leaves it just down to him and K-Knight. RRQ though, much better start indeed. Monet making sure to really contain all sorts of avenues. Door opens up, points him exactly to where K-Knight will be playing from. So a pistol round win for RRQ. Much better beginnings.
Yeah, a great start. It is important to highlight that Bilibili won both pistols on Sunset. I don't think that actually was the big difference maker in the end. You know, maybe if RRQ had played a better attack side, we could have been here talking about how the pistols made the difference. But in reality, I think RRQ, you know, Ewok was talking about it. It just didn't materialize, that attack, and he was discussing the frustrations that led them with. I think this comp, though, really does give them answers to the contacty style that Bilibili wanted to showcase. If they're pulling that out again, Jemkin's going to want to fight on more aggro positions than he did on the Waylay.
Yeah, having access to the gate crash is vitally important.
I didn't really like how passive he was playing on the defense side of Sunset. Not that it hurt them too much, but I really think he's going to have to get active and aggro on Yoru here.
Oh, Bilibili going to hope for a free plant. Bit of spam off onto the side, but they do get it down. Really making sure that they're ingrained up towards heaven. Jemkin pops out, no scope. That's a bullet to the chest. YZ's drop, sees an nade rebounds, does miss most of this one, but again, that paranoia does sweep through, get the blind on point, and shots on point here for Monjet. This is beautiful work. Nice and clean. They don't let anything slip away from them.
And Monjet focusing on building up the showstopper somewhat early on, still 3 pips away. We're doing an all right job. And Bilibili play pretty standard comp here, right? They're playing a comp that you'll see across tons of different teams in VCT. But they've been very, very good at it inside VCT-CN. 6-0, playing against a variety of teams and team compositions. That's what Bale was discussing with Jen earlier on. And they reckon they're ready for what RRQ is going to throw at them. But there's so little tape, actually, on RRQ.
Yeah, there's not much.
They
Grand finals, basically.
Yeah, they never really liked playing Lotus, and then they were forced to play it, brought it out, and won.
We'll see what the bonus looks like here for RRQ. Delayed refight of A-Rebels. Looks like what they're trying to cook, but the Prowler doesn't catch any contact, so definitely makes them think, okay, well, this is landing in a different direction. Bilibili on the other side of things, over towards B.
I do like the B default from Bilibili. You can go down here with the Vice Flash and a Prowler, open the door and take mount control pretty cheaply. Door opens, that would force the teleport away from Jemkin if he had been playing over on this side of the map.
Great shot, just about missing. Bullets are going wide on either side.
And now the only part that the defenders control is where Crazy Guy is posted up.
Oh, what a shot by YZ. It's a
That's
head
an
ripped
opener.
off. Yeah, it definitely is. Listen, Xero only really working with a Marshall, but a smoke into your face, and looks like Billy were contemplating it, looking to maybe explode out, but backing away, open the door, taking it slow again. 40 seconds left. With a pace like this, they do have to end seed, looking to see if they can pull players away.
Yeah, the problem is they're not really pushing away Crazy Guy, are they? So they might be trying to fake like they're going back in this direction, but it's not going to work.
There it is. Wow, Jemkin was just hovering over his own gate crash, thinking about that perhaps. In the end, K-Knight takes a head clean off. Monyet is able to get the one though. Dips his way out of there. Crazy Guy even onto the flank. Rusha being dropped. It's evened out now, 3v3. Still with a weaker buy, RRQ will look to see if they can get this one done, and YZ matters into his own hands. Forwards though, Boombot catches the contact, still wants to take the fight, still wants to make a play for it, catches bullets onto the craniums of either of the players and onto the flank. Everybody else can focus on, so cleaning up, averting disaster by letting that bonus not get converted.
And a good opening pick, actually. That's what I think really does it there for Billy. This first kill, straight onto Xfero, who would normally be trying to pop the Viper Orb, pop the Snake Bite to try to keep people out of sea. RRQ, though, have got up to that showstopper, so Monyet, focusing early on getting the kills and getting the defuses, now has another massive tool to be able to work with. And look at this, they've taken a page out of NRG's book.
Okay.
Running the double Odin down here is
thought I
huge.
escaped it, man. It's, yeah, listen. They're ready to see some spam kills, buddy. Assuming that they know exactly where to be shooting. Doors opened up, Xfero, he's hoping. He's going to hunt for a couple of sight lines here, but meanwhile, Billy just still opting into this front B take. Yeah. Open the door to clear mound.
And this time, Jemkin is going to be forced to TP away, right? And if they catch the timing on the gate crash going down, they might actually just catch Jemkin here. That's the second gate crash had to be used.
And yet, seeing a bit of presence, a few bodies. Getting down to that minute mark again. Door's going to be opening up wide. Jemkin is hard committed. He knows that player's position, just barely escaping.
But now, with under a minute on the clock, the playmaker is, or maybe the play destroyer is Monyet. Because if you try to end B here, the Razor is going to be flying into your face.
Stop here, they hear the reload as well. Just from that Odin, they flip the switch onto the door, but meanwhile from B, the pressure is coming through. The Vines drop down. Monyet could make a play here. He's going to know they're all the way in, but saving that ult.
Really patient.
Yeah, very
really
patient, man. There's 30 seconds left onto it. Rusha still needs to be cleaned up onto the flank, but he's backing himself away. Gets his one, tries to get out. He's being hunted, overstaying ever so slightly. That Odin spam as well. Might be able to get lucky on a few stray shots, but no, Rusha eventually found, so RRQ again can put that full attention forwards. Paranoia, showstopper, clearing away into blue room again. Second satchel has to be used, and straight against the back wall, Neff is obliterated before he did the damage himself, though. Xfero trying to take the fight. Odin in hand as a 2v2. Chaotic is the nature of it. Flash forwards, Jemkin taking the fight! He blinded himself up in the process.
You've got to think that RRQ are winning that if he doesn't get the team blind out. Oh, God. What a big error from RRQ's star player. Disaster again. And Billy take 2 rounds in a row and knock RRQ's economy. They invested big into this round. Double Odin. Showstopper as well. Jemkin's aim is good enough to be able to get that kill if he doesn't flash himself.
One
Got to think, even after it got turned.
Left to 2-2 now. RRQ. No real money here. Haunt. That's a hard committed position. Xfero has no way to get out of here. You have to punch your way through with stray shots. And he's already got the one and barely getting out. Tagged down by the bullets. Lucky to be alive.
Done a great job of getting one in that spot, though.
Making it feel like he could potentially be alone, but Crazy Guy just peeks out, and surely they don't commit into this. It's a stack of bodies.
Yeah, it would be mad to do so. I wonder if they recognize.
Two.
Oh, they're going for a walk-in.
Refight potentially as well.
See, last time it was Crazy Guy holding rubble. So with him gone, I think Billy should have an idea that Levius could accelerate a little over towards A with the Viper wall.
Drops Monyet! Sharp as anything still goes on either side here with the rifles in the hands of these Billy players. K-Knight and Neff, good for it, spotting them out. And this time, yeah, you do not want any piece of this C fight. Seems way too present, way too much.
Cushy hasn't recently made a noise over towards C. So Billy might still think that the Fade defender is somewhere around here. It might be a little more cautious, and maybe that caution could buy time for RRQ to get back in. Jemkin's picked up a rifle in the meantime, but Cushy had nothing to work with.
Just full util to his name, really.
It's got to be redemption for Jemkin in this one. Are they swapping it around?
Okay.
No. Okay, just giving a Sheriff over to Cushy, which makes sense.
See how this one gets taken then. Born through. Clone alongside it. Just for that Sheriff, though. There's no match for it with the Outlaw in the hand of Levius. That's a lot of damage done straight through the wall. He follows up. Not done yet. He was chomping at the bit for that kill.
And Billy still have huge ults to be able to work with. As dangerous as that looked, heading into a stacked C site. They never committed. They just baited the defenders into taking long-range duels where the rifles are slightly better. Yeah, RRQ still managed to get a couple, but
One enemy
at
remaining.
the end of the day, I think Billy will be very happy with how this map is opened. It does feel a bit like the second half of Sunset.
See it in the reactions.
Oh, that's the reaction at the end of the previous round. That's the reaction to the Jemkin team flash.
Yeah.
Brutal, but now the economy's starting to recover and Ewok's got a chance to talk to the rest of the team. And maybe calm some nerves, damp some frustrations. It's hard to know what kind of emotions would be going on inside the RRQ camp.
Sure. And RRQ, listen, they have been good at cooking up plans to work around ultimates. Preset ideas if they see what they're up against. Showstopper, Nightfall in the hands of YZ and K-Knight, so...
I actually think Billy have been one step ahead of them, though, today in terms of that. I liked the way that they were game planning the ult a bit better on Sunset. I think my eyes go towards Jemkin again, because you're playing the Yoru, you're playing with the operator, and you know that they've been doing a lot of front B defaults, right?
Yeah.
You know that they're going to be walking down B and using a paranoia there, using a prowler to try to push you off the line. So while they're doing that, can you get aggro anywhere else on the map with the op? And at the moment, you're looking at his position. He does have that op. Throwing down the gate crash in a safe avenue. But he knows he's going to get a prowler in his face over here.
He's got no real help. Massive anyway with it, and that's it. A shot in the dark. The Showstopper will meet his match. Jemkin is gone finished, and therefore that deep TP into B. It's a lovely idea from Billy. Other end of the opposing team's timeout. They're the ones who are cooking.
Yeah, they just had that completely, didn't they? And even with the post-plant aggression, pushing back Munyan, they still have a Nightfall to work with here as well.
Yeah, and then they dissipates the vines as well on top of it. Hello! It's getting a little bit awkward. Xfero realizes he needs to win this fight out, and he is ajar enough there with a movement. Just tip-tap down to the side. Nightfall now going to be sent out flying forward, seeing those connections. Xfero matters into his own hands alongside Cushy. They're doing some decent damage. And good work being put into this. RRQ, they come alive in that retake.
What a hero Xfero is there. Considering that he should have been caught dead to rights by Rushia's lurk through C, Xfero suddenly finds two more in the retake. Monster. He was big in clutch scenarios in Pacific. And a reminder that this round started very poorly. I mean, this, at best case scenario, would have been a leg shot. He actually didn't quite even manage that, but, you know, even a leg shot isn't going to kill.
One enemy remaining.
Jemkin not being able to find the right answer, but will still have the op recovery.
Yeah. What a takeover from Xfero. Like you said, he's been clutch for them.
Yeah,
Normally, you think about the sole player lifting a lot of the fights that he ended up taking as Jemkin on RRQ, but Xfero subtly in the back. Very fast and loose here by Billy. This time all grouped up again. Bit all over the place in terms of the weaponry, but still enough rifles to do some serious damage. Prowler in your face.
And Levius, steel guarded, Red.
Oh, bloody hell. It's raining lead. Steel Garden could be used to just try and offload onto this one. RRQ, here it is. Push back and away. What is your plan of action for this one? You're just going to be scurrying back and out. Flood defense immediately just dissipates. Zolv's under all that pressure. And that nade, good luck. Okay, just has a TP. Crazy guy still alive.
Jemkin's ultimate is going to be absolutely crucial for RRQ pulling off the retake.
See how this gets taken. It's used off relatively early here. Dimensional Drift to try and clear most of the corners. Spots out the one. It's all the gamer just seeing if he can count up most of the players. Munyet off of the pings, off the presence. And now that Showstopper earns up. No kill claimed. It's still being covered. Rusha still survives and fights back. 1-2 punch. Heavy hitting indeed. Billy have got themselves locked up into a very nice position here. The spam coming through now. Crazy guy just trying to hold them all the way back, but he's just down to 6 HP.
Whoa.
And a dream. Jemkin sticking. Whoa. And the faith is rewarded. Crazy guy. He's saving a day. That's absolutely unreal stuff.
What an unlikely scenario for him to come up as the hero that RRQ needed. This spam as well off the back of Jemkin's ultimate was delightful. Monye couldn't quite land the kill with his showstopper, but absolutely the hero towards the end there is Crazy Guy, who still actually had a great first half on Sunset too.
That's insane work. 6 HP. You're dodging juking, you're having to dodge the bullets coming your way that are spamming onto the post plant. And he still gets it done, and it's forced a timeout out of Billy.
And I actually think the Billy are playing these situations like quite nicely.
Yeah.
They're playing the ult rounds well. They managed to get into good post-plant situations on round 6 and 7. But RRQ, one of the teams in this tournament that likes to play the retakes the most, you see why. Those 2 rounds, yeah, they required a bit of a hero play from Xpero and then Crazy Guy, but still the ideas are there, and the way that they get back into the sites is very well coordinated between them. I don't think Billy need to overreact too much, though. The game plans have been fairly successful.
Yeah, I would say, like in the macro sense as well, they've been working the map pretty well.
Yeah.
Good clearance out towards C Mountain when they go for the slower play there. They've been doing a good job.
And because the rounds have been close, this next one is actually an eco swing round for both teams. So despite the fact that RRQ have won 2 retakes, they lost so many players, and they're buying up the AWP and buying up the Odin and that kind of stuff, that actually there's a few players on RRQ that wouldn't be able to buy if they lost this round. And you look at the credits on Monye, Jemkin, Kushi. They would have very, very poor weaponry. So this next round is critical. And my eyes in these spots always tend to go to the pits.
Odins are out in play once more. Just a 1 though, thankfully for us.
RRQ running a trap play with the Paranoia over towards front B in case Billy were doing their B default.
Double swing into this. Oh my goodness, ADS up, Levius. Lucky to get a 1 there, Jemkin.
What?
Oh, caught onto the corner. Just as the Prowler was connecting.
Now that's a shot.
Player advantage for them. RRQ. Billy are no slouches. Able to find a way through most of the time. This angle unanticipated, yet still Jemkin adjusts the TP to get the hell out of there.
And he's starting to find some really big value with this op.
Yeah, it's surgical. Nade rebounds in through the back, looking to flood in and try and take some of this space away from them, but Billy still trying to fight back again. As Seas does connect at least onto Jemkin, but again, eventually whittling down the rest of these players. Sharp from Jemkin. That's real nice stuff.
I said earlier when we were watching him on Sunset that I haven't yet seen a game at a global event where Jemkin takes over. And I'm surprised by that because he is a monster in Pacific. I can't tell whether that is a reaction or a pre-fire.
Barely seen it.
That's not human. That's not just my old man eyes, right?
No. I think he's just pre-firing as the Prowler connect.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Looks crazy enough, and still don't want to take anything away from him because he does step up.
As I said, that's an eco swing round, by the way, too. So Billy's economy cooked off the back of that one.
All in is the call, out towards C, this time barreling over Jemkin.
They've got a chance to open the door.
Trying to brute force and push him off and away from this one. There's a smoke in his face. Door opens. Monye looking to try and take this fight, rebounding with it. And again, that gun's off and towards the back of it. Crazy Guy and Kushi willing to help out. All that better weaponry. Jemkin's in a bit of a sticky spot here. Might have heard the TP. Might really be anticipating they could be making a go for this. Somebody hears him. Down into the back of water. Now the shorty's out as well. Close quarters, no trade in sight, but attempting to adjust there with a quick scope. Not in time. Much bigger gun picked up by Neff. Fighting even further forward, but all ready for it. RRQ, they bide their time, they wait it out. 6-3 now, big difference.
Yeah, these last couple of rounds, the adjustment, whether called by the coaching staff during the timeout or whether it's, off the back of Crazy Guy himself, it's been really good. They recognized that Billy were going for these B main defaults at the start of the map, and now they're running their own trap play, so they've got 3 players there with Paranoia prepped. And then if instead action goes over towards Jemkin in Mount, they can tap open the door and force a team fight there. Love that adjustment from RRQ. And now they're anticipating, because it worked so well, that Billy are going to change things up. And again, they've read it right.
See, this is an all-in fight as well on either side, opting in. There's Util in the hands, though. Crazy Guy's not ready for that one still. Smokes, walls on top of each other. As it fades away, Monet's going to be asked to deliver, and he just can't quite keep up. Cover going up. Neff forward again. Deeper TP from him, holding a lot of this deep A space. Kushi was contemplating the nightfall.
Very quick call here, though, from Neff to leave himself inserted and the other two Bilibili players going back to try to find a gap. If they can find a free site, Russia's ult will almost certainly win them the attack round.
Not going to heaven. That's with a TP. He's going to clear most of the way into B.
But B is not clear.
Not quite. It's still just that barrel betrayed by it. Jimkin still gets the one, but the trades are pretty picture perfect. Neff, he's on for an ace. Lifted into that 1v1 now, and it's a mad dash over towards C.
Got to get himself into a position here.
He's wondering which way to play it.
Oh man, he hasn't even gone for the plant. This is so late, this plant. Kushi might be able to ult him before he can get a reposition.
Kushi is holding it. Cool, calm, and collected. Doesn't want to give away his position by using too much util, but now this game of timings. Neff just spotted him on either side as well. They're going to be aware of each other here. Time to strike is here. Neff is there, spraying down with the bullets. A lot of damage done, but again, he is weak as anything. He'll be done in barely by anything at all in terms of the bullets. Just asserts himself, dominates the angle, peeks out, but it's Kushi who rips his head clean off.
Ace denied. Neff still smiles. But a big clash over here towards Rubble that went fairly even between both teams. Crucially though, Rusia died. Xfero managed to pick him off from Blue Room with the Odin.
Yo, what you looking, bro? Good night. What you looking? Look, look, look. Keep looking, bro.
They're enjoying themselves out there. That's a good sign. Yeah. That's a really good sign. I mean, why wouldn't Monya be? He's 11-6, winning on their opponent's map pick.
Spirit's high for them to bounce back into it. Deliberately not looking to opt into the same engagement and fight to be taken. The Outlaw is revealed. 2 shots rattled off. Instinct from Jemkin, but he doesn't get any kills picked up as a result of it. In fact, it's full armor across the board. Half armor, I should say, at least, with the money getting stretched thin on Bilibili's side. And the pit drop down on top of it is going to be another layer to deal with.
I mean, Jemkin isn't in a position to use his Outlaw. He's just having to sit there with a shorty inside the Viper's pit. So, yeah, the fact that everyone on Bilibili has got light armor is not really important right now, but it will be when Jemkin repositions.
It's got a deep gate crash. It's going to be able to reinforce over towards the A side if Kushi does catch contact, signs of life, perhaps.
With Kushi getting deep information here, you know that they're looking to end towards B. No, that's definitely Jemkin.
Yep.
Face your fear!
Jemkin takes it. It's a nightfall. Scatters over towards A. Pure intention of this to try and pull players over towards A as well.
And also, see if anyone's holding that deep info.
Here.
Smoke's blooming, blossoming. Jemkin feeling strained in terms of the information he's working with here, but the Blue Room is open, door wide, so won't get constant information gathered up, but he's going to be flashed up momentarily. Blinded up here, has to try and take this fight against them. Overwhelmed by the presence, out through into B. What a shot! Like a rocket, YZ just inserts himself. Levy is perfect, but he insert. He's able to get that backstab online. This is a round win for Bilibili. That's Kushi and Jemkin can do something monstrous, and they might be handed a couple of freebies.
I mean, Rushi is not even thinking that he has to use Pit in this situation, right? So they're not really under pressure here.
What's he making a go for this? Door's going to be opening up. That's ults. Levius
got the money.
Cuts it up close to the corner though here, and Levius should be able to find it. Yeah, sharp. Shooting from him. Jemkin in that 1v4. Very unlikely in terms of the positions. K-Knight, first one to peak, first way to claim that life. 7-4 now, Bilibili. 1 away from a real respectable half.
Yeah. Yeah, if they can get the final one, it'll be a bit of a difference maker. RRQ, I think, misplayed the macro there a bit, though. I like the fact that they had locked off C with the Viper's Pit, but you know that it's ending over towards B in that spot. And the fact that the Fade ult came out over towards Rubble, I think just scrambled their brains. They thought, oh, wait, maybe we've got it wrong, and it is going over towards A. And Monya got caught in a position where he's more looking to defend the A hit rather than putting himself in a spot where he won't get punished by B utility. Bilibili go back over towards A. Rusia has not had a chance to really use this pit in a round where it'll find impact, but it's still a big win con for them.
Oh my god, why is he just sending it? It's a showstopper here.
How much space can he make for Rusia?
Listen, they know that Tree is going to be contained. There was that Odin spam from it prior, but he's just sending it into the back of the site. Next Vero is going to be done. Finished off there, trying to take that fight from them. They're going to be rebounding in a Viper's Pit to play in as well. This is a really hard retake to be taking. RRQ, though, have the tools to try and clear this one up. Jemkin is instantly there with that dimensional drift. He's going to be spotting it out. A bit of body block in the process. Looking to see if they can spam him down. That pit's going to be down. The Steel Garden comes out as a response of it, though, and still a player disadvantage for RRQ. Rapidly approaching though onto the flank. They pick up, exchange the weaponry. Rifles in their hands. Paranoia is good. K9 trying to cut it up close as well, trying to push it back forwards. They put a TP into the back lines. He's all the way behind them and he's rattling off these shots. Heads are rolling. And another chance for the ace to redeem himself here into this 1v1. Him versus Cushy. Knows he's sticking it. The perfect time to strike is nigh. And there's an ace. Previously denied, but not for now.
What an end to the half from Neff. Who already called such a good game on Sunset and then comes out, fine, I'll do it myself while they're down a few rounds here on their map pick. A 4K into an ace is a monstrous way to get the spirits back up for the pistol.
Yeah, wonderful stuff here from Billy. Really dragging this one back after, as you said, they lost the pistol. And now we look towards the second half. Anyone's game still, but listen, this is Billy still in the fight.
Let's go.
We'll look forward to hear the second half, and we'll take a look at our Coinbase econ report as well. A lot of focus going to be, for us, I think, in a general macro sense, onto RRQ. You can see Jemkin as well. One of the top performers there on the defense. That operator purchase coming in to fruition multiple times, honestly. He's getting a lot of value done with it. But now, the real look ahead, I think, is towards RRQ on that attack side, because we saw so many struggles from them on the previous map, on Sunset.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of the problem was that they weren't really getting Jemkin into good positions with the Waylay, right? I didn't see really a single round on Sunset where there was good ideas about how to put Jemkin into the right position to feast with a stun and a dash, something like that. On this map, it's going to be the two duelists. So you're looking at Jemkin and Monye, and it's not so much about how others set them up as how they set each other up. But those are the two at the top of the scoreboard for RRQ. It's generally quite an evenly shared load, though. Not like Billy with Neff pulling out almost back-to-back aces.
Sure. Here we see it. Bit of a setup here to catch that contact. Rusha. He's been sitting up near the bottom of the scoreboard in this map here, but he does his job, just spots the signs of life. RRQ don't want to opt in. Billy themselves will be putting all emphasis here onto the pistol. Levius, tight tucked here, trying to spot this one out, but again, the player's been dropping. He reveals his hand as well. That frenzy comes through, but there was no reaction from Mun yet. He goes down, still being held off onto the corner, but that re-clearance is called for. It's a battle on multiple fronts here by Billy. Regaining that rubble control, maintain their composure onto B. They haven't lost sight or track of most of the map here. In fact, K9's the one who's pressing the advantage even further forwards. It's blood in the water, and he's sniffing it out. K9 not stopped. He might even want to go for X-Pharaoh. The highlight, the spotting him out. Waiting for his team now. The time to strike is here. Swinging together, taking a fight forwards.
And it's the two stars from the previous map that mop up at the end. K9 and Levius. K9's aim looking really sharp. This spot from Levius as well just gets so much value every time somebody runs it. Really difficult to clear that close left corner when you're worried about Heaven and Blue Room, but K9 playing that spot way more aggressively than most people would. And it gets Billy an important pistol. 6-0, remember, this team was. Domestically on Lotus this stage.
Toxins going up.
Looks like very much an all-in towards B. Billy reading this though, very much ready for it. They have a good setup for it. Vine's going to be popped off, slowing down the approach. YZ wants to go hunt for these kills. He's only going to be giving up the ghost, but not expecting a second play. There's a fight occurring up towards Mound. Nev with a quick clean up. 7-7 flawless here. 4 players surviving with Billy.
And a very nice defensive setup. Fight aggro over towards Mound. If they do that B default, you can open the door and catch them from multiple sides. Billy following the noise and looking to take the fight to RRQ. Now this next round coming up could be everything for RRQ. Because if you think back to map 1, this is where they completely lost it. Their anti-bonus was torched and Billy ran away with the half.
It's all in. Brute Force is called for here by RRQ. They want to try and fight towards this A rubble. Engagement, TP's across as well as blinds on either side here, but being held for that rainy day, but a stray shot into the dark does land onto the Mar target. Delayed with the util. Counters it out by Billy. They're able to even out that fight, but they still don't have the guns. Bit retrievable really as well if they wanted to go for those rifles. What is that?
Oh, that spam lineup. Oh, that is nasty. From Blue Room all the way through into Tree.
Okay.
But a little bit of luck, obviously, but a beautiful gift.
Potentially death from 1,000 cuts as well. This is RQ being whittled down here. That with a rumble of the footsteps. Good composure from Munyet. Love to see that as well. Doesn't get overwhelmed in the process. K9 as well going hunting, and he's got to know position of Munyet roughly. Weak enough as well to that one shot to the body will do it, and it's brought it into that 1v1. Gushy. Have a chance to try and clutch up here versus his adversary in the form of K9. K9's the one getting a bit of a move on now because time is ticking away from him. Horn only a bit of a half clearance, still a guessing game in terms of where Cushy could be playing. Peek out wide, Cushy opts into the fight.
Unreal. K9, what a round, what a star.
And there is enough time for it. Circle shrinking, K9 takes over.
He gets the Red Bull clutch towards the end. And so much of that is just based on the fact that he has good information about where that second player is. He's able to go and pick off Munyet. I mean, Munyet did as best as he could possibly be asked to do, getting both of the players on the flank, but once K9 gets it down into a 1v1, it is so winnable for him. And it's Disaster striking the RRQ camp again. Same kind of setup. I mean, not a thrown round, but just a big clutch.
The bonus conversion here, Billy are in the driving seat. RRQ already a map down. It's only going to get harder from here. They're sending it flying forwards here. Full disrespect over towards A. Meanwhile, deep flank push of Billy. They're getting constant information. Rusha's job really left to contain alongside K9. It's going to be that 9-4. Good catch. Multiple players here. Prowler into the back as well. Double swing is there. At least with that kill, Xfero now has to do a lot from that spot. Still cleaned up and traded. In for that 1v1, but Cushy is delivering with these Sheriff shots. Brought it into a 2v3. Plant finally getting down.
Face your fear.
Nightfall even being committed. They do not want to lose grip of this. The round has been gifted for them. Tight close quarters here with a stinger in the hands of Munyet. That is where it thrives, and left it down just to YZ. He can only do so much there. The MasterCard Thrifty. Instant answer back, correcting the course. They do not want that repeat of Sunset.
They couldn't have asked for a better time to pull out a round like that. On Sunset, it was, I don't know, 6-7 in a row that Billy just ran away with. Here, at least the answer comes earlier on, off the back of some sick Sheriff shots. And Munyet won from the showstopper. Billy's economy, the credit crunched, wallet squeezed, 2 Guardians and a Bulldog coming out to play. And the scoreline dead even.
RRQ essentially going for this one again. Only going to be broken here, but players are lying in wait behind this wall. Could get bloody very quickly.
Jemkin, though, feeding them decent information that there's still quite a few players here, and Crazy Guy just leading the pack over towards C, looking to try to play for an easier ult perhaps for Munyet. A
lot of action being heard and contained here. Jemkin does Game Crash going to be fading, but the rest of his team now looking and working towards his C site as that showstopper in the back pocket. Thorn's going to be deaded nice and early just from that util that's sent flying, but listen, Munyet will just want to disrespect it. Might be able to hear the scurry of the footsteps, but that's an entire site cleared out. Really going to be happy to play the retake here.
And they still actually have a ton of utility to be able to play in post plants, right? They have the paranoia, C's.
Sure, trying to take this fight up here. That's a lot of damage! Straight through the wall, Rusha connects straight onto the cranium. Munyet dropped. Util in spades, potentially to push them back, but they need some kills, and Kushi will answer. Snakebite trying to delay the inevitable of this retake coming through, but it's a deep TP of Neff. Cuts it up close now onto the site, creates a lot of uncertainty. This could be still anyone's game. Haunt up and over towards the top, swinging a peek, but that rifle aim immaculate. Good transfer in the end, and the gunplay reigns supreme on top for RRQ. They gain back control of the map.
Simple round, but well called there by Crazy Guy. Little bit of a false skirmish over towards A. Leave Jemkin to feed you info and make sure you prioritize the showstopper. A free site and a lot of utility saved to be able to play the post plant. I was slightly concerned because Jemkin was watching flank with 2 flashes, but the paranoia of the C's, all of the other utility ended up working out for RRQ to hold back the Bilibili retake, and especially when Bilibili didn't actually have perfect weaponry. You know, playing a lot with the Guardians, Bulldog, that kind of thing. And now Bilibili's economy is shattered. And this is where RRQ can start stretching out a lead. They had a narrow one coming into the half, but now they should be able to put something together as long as a Thrifty doesn't come out straight out the back of another tag timeout. Tension
mounting though. It's always been there for RRQ. Felt like they've been on the back foot ever since the second half of Sunset, but for Bilibili, when you have a winning moment, when you have that momentum, really, you just you want to stamp on it, you know? You want to try and close out the series quickly as you possibly can. This is them losing grip. Timeout, looking to correct that.
And normally, they'll be calling timeouts based on the next rifle round. So the next round we're going into is an eco. It's a half buy. They're not going to have the best weaponry. The Bilibili will come up with some kind of idea here, but look at the ult status. 2 away for YZ, 2 away for Rushia, 2 away for Levius. They're very close to getting some massive defensive ults online that could allow them to play a bit more evenly in the next rifle round. Even if RRQ can dodge a Thrifty here, things are still going to be difficult to pull madly away into the lead.
TP up top. Spot the orb in case somebody pushes up, presses up, tries to gain control of it.
Cautious start here for RRQ. They don't want to be running into some kind of big push out on defense for Bilibili. Thinking about the fact that Bale will have probably given them some level of set strat for the Thrifty.
You're concerned about a trap play potentially there, but Jemkin, okay. Worries adverted. Vacuums up the orb, backs himself out here. No real map control here for RRQ.
No, they're trying to play together in a big pack, right?
Yeah.
But that also means that they're not really like leaving an insert, giving themselves options.
Over caution against Thrifties.
It can sometimes be really bad.
Door opened here by YZ, just scuttling away. It's posturing from him, trying to make it seem like there's a much bigger presence over towards here, hoping to push them into the C players.
So it's looking to be an A fake and a B finish, is what Crazy Guy's concocted.
30 seconds left.
There it is, sending it flying forwards here. There's potential of a timing here. YZ does reveal his hammer that boom bot and sending it flying forwards into the B site. Slowed down for a moment. There's that timing trying to get caught. YZ though just catches a bullet to the head. Good C's up top. Stops us to push past. Barely enough time to work with, but enough for the plant. K9 does have a rifle to try and make usage of. What a shot by Levius. It's been lights out so far this entire series, but he's looking to do a little bit more damage on top of it.
It's also, it's just a big win generally for Levius to get that 1 kill, because that means he's now going to have his ult for the next round. Keeping track of YZ and Rushia, they weren't able to get that, so still 1 away. But at least having the Steel Garden to rely on in the next rifle round is going to be huge for Bilibili.
So Levius is going to be looking to go down one of the players, potentially bring them down with him, but that's an ult earn for the next round. Into the long con. He didn't pick up the gun. He was looking for the rifle. Oh dear. Uh-oh.
All good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, not all good, mate. Not all good. Oh, that's a rough one. It's a rough one. But
Tough,
still,
but doesn't matter too much.
yeah, silver linings, ult turns up for the next.
Exactly, yeah. There's still, with a good idea on the big picture, Levius goes in and tries to take the fight. And they've still got money to be able to buy rifles, so it doesn't matter too much that Neff went down towards the end. This next round, though, it's a must-win for Bilibili. And I think that puts quite a lot of pressure on Levius. You want to get the right timing with this Steel Garden, because if you let Xfero onto the site, it could spell your doom.
Could be danger. Overwhelming util. No real pushback. It's a retake setup here with the Thorns all over towards A. Rusha. I'm committed onto this angle. Prowler might spot him, indeed it does. A bit of spam on either side wouldn't go amiss here. The Seas connects and can't win his fight out. Not against Xfero. Jemkin there, but he ought to try and lay this one in. K-Knight trying to go fast and loose through, but that paranoia will force him to respect.
They didn't use the Steel Garden, Brett. They just took the fight.
It might be backfiring on them massively now because you're retaking into the pit. No big ults to clear the way. YZ does have the showstopper. But do you still want to go for this one with a player disadvantage? There's no guarantees you'll win it into the pit. You need potentially another kill. Flip the switch. Nice guy's position though. Ingrained into this spot as well. Good movement as well. Sending the crosshair placement of K-Knight flying forwards to the side. YZ does claim one. Time ticking, they don't want to go for it.
Yeah, you can't get back into this. And also, your economy's destroyed in this spot if you lose all of these rifles. It already is going to be pretty horrible. Now, Russia came into this round with, he's got 50 credits now, right? You can see it on the right-hand side of your screen. He couldn't afford a snake bite. So he's holding with his wall over towards tree, and he doesn't have one of his prime tools to be able to lock down space like that. And then when he falls, Levius, I guess, feels like he needs to take a fight instead of popping his ultimate. I would have liked to see the Steel Garden come out quite a bit earlier for them to try to reinforce that position, but they went down too easy. And part of that was the economy problem that's going to haunt them again here. I mean, look at Russia's buy again. He doesn't have Snakebite once more. I mean, this is one of your major defensive tools to work with, and he's not investing into it. They also don't have a seize. I mean, it's bad times out there for Bilibili.
Counter spam, Guardian. K-Knight almost getting lucky with a couple of these shots. There's a lot of damage on the crazy guy. Late take, though, over towards Rubble. Jemkin just looking to absorb the pressure. We've seen this one before. There's a gate crash, of course, to escape, but he might be taking a fight that he didn't really ask for. Still RRQ winning the fights on multiple other areas.
Those two players by Blue Room were begging Jemkin to peek, and instead, he goes for a shallow swing and gets the pick instead over towards stairs. A nightmare start for Bilibili in their last chance round.
Levius picks up the gun. Backs himself out here. Paranoia not able to be sidestepped. Forced to respect it, forced to back out, but they need a hero and they need a play right here and right now. Just can't quite land it. As calm as he was with the shots in that previous map. It's too much to overcome. And Harusha and YZ are just dribbling into this next engagement, this next fight, but you've got to keep these guns at this point. Your economy is in tatters. Harusha looking to do a bit more damage. YZ as well making a play towards it. And winning this fight out. Eventually overwhelmed, flooded out here. This is 12-8 RRQ. The only silver lining for Bilibili is that they have some ults to use, but at this point they're on a precipice of losing this and we will be going to Abyss.
RRQ have just put the pressure onto Bilibili the entire time, playing slowly, allowing Bilibili to get desperate and force the gunfights. RRQ are so happy about that. 5 rounds in a row for RRQ. The fans are happy. Why wouldn't they be? Up to map point on their opponent's map pick.
No one on A.
And the first time that Bilibili would have lost on Lotus in the last 6-7 matches.
Used to that regional dominance here, but this is a fast play here. Caught for immediately. That's going to be the showstopper committed just off that one player, but RRQ not messing around. They speed up. Pull straight away to just go straight into this A site, and all going to be wasted and expended. That wall will cut them out of the fight. There's still that spike in the hands of Mun. Yeah, they gave it to him to get this ult online.
But the spike now is going to get planted really late. It's going to let Bilibili get into position for a retake with Steel Garden. Monye is going to have to be a hero here.
He's going to have to be the one to stand up close quarters towards it.
So early.
Nightfall sent flying forwards. Not catching on to too many here. Tell a lie, players are trying to really barrel their way through onto stairs now. Billy taking this full speed ahead, still guiding forwards. Sees no connections, it's sidestepped. Crazy Guy looking to see if he can deny that one as well. He tried to take the timing against it, but that fuse is going to be burning down, whittling down until you dare step into this one. What a rocket! Munyet rewarded. Nade's going to be following up as well, and just as those timers tick down, it's desperation for Billy. You have to opt into it, you have to go for it now. But in a 2v1, Munyet, time has been bought for him to really pop off and play his life well. Damage done, ace at the end. What a way to finish and take us to Abyss.
He had to be a hero, and he stepped up immaculately. What a photo finish there at the end for Munyet.
Absolutely unreal stuff, and we do have a game here. It's elimination between both of these teams, but they are bringing the best out of each other.